Tervetuloa RTV-ohjelmasarjaan Juhan juttusilla. Minä olen Juha Pennala ja vieraanani tällä kertaa on Dagmara Saarinen ja puhumme englantia. Welcome, Dagmara Saarinen.
Thank you.
Yeah, so your place is near Johanneksen kirkko, Johannes Church in Helsinki.
Yes.
And you make there quite a lot of things, dancing, healing and so on.
Yes.
Can you tell something about yourself first?
About myself, I moved more than 10 years ago to Finland, and I am healer. I'm working with healing work. I have education, actor education from physical theater. I am a mother of 2 kids, so this is a big part of my life, of course. And what else? I'm human.
Yeah. So what are you doing for your work nowadays?
So I am working especially with Kahuna body work. It's from certain lineage from Hawaii. It's holistic work. It's about processes. It's about releasing of blockages, traumas, because everything what we have experienced, we are holding in the body. So the way of healing is to give an impulse. So basically, I can't heal, but I give you the way to heal. This is my main focus. Then I'm working with soul voice through certain training what I received. So it's also opening the psychosomatic places and resonance in the body, because voice has a high vibration. So then what I do else? I'm doing integrative work. So if we have some special experiences, transcendental experiences through ceremonies, rituals, I can integrate this, that you know what it was and how you can work with this. So the spectrum is quite wide of the work. I can just work on the physical level. Let's say if you have ischias problem, but this is never just the ischias. So basically this.
And you have a classes?
Yes, I am instructor for Hawaiian hula dance, so I am teaching this as well. Then I will start in March. It will be conscious integrative body work. And this will be training every 2 weeks. It's based actually on Grotowski and Molik. So it's very intensive, but it's about, if we don't understand our body, this what is here, when we don't understand how we feel, how we can actually understand another person, feel the another person when we most of the time don't feel ourselves. This is what happened. We are training over pushing the body, pushing ourselves over borders, but we don't listen. So we need to learn to listen to our body. Then we can also listen to a body of another person, to the existence of another person. This is how I saw this in the work. The first impulses for me with the body work was to understand, to feel it. So if we don't step to the point of feeling ourselves, we cannot feel another person. It's illusion. So this I will start now in March. because it's very, very important. And this is process, this is training. So it's not something that you come and exercise and you're fine. No, because I see things. So I see in the movement when you move what is actually the blockage, where is it? So I can lead the group or the people, how they can discover ourselves as a group and also individually in a group.
Let's go some background things. So first, how long have you been in Finland?
I came here first time in year 2010. So and so really I moved in 2012 after my first child was born, and he was born in Berlin.
Your background is some kind of healer family.
This is like confusing because I grew up in a strict Catholic family, but there was always work with energy. Also my grandmother did some stuff from herbs, how we can use for this and this. And it was always talk about the energy, about soul, about ghosts, or this what is still in between and couldn't go to the light. So I grew up in this atmosphere. For me, like, you know, energy or work with energy, it was part of my life always. So it's not something that suddenly I discover, oh, this is possible. No, for me it's just normal. It was normal. It's kind of, in that way, nothing special. Because it was part from the childhood. I could sense things, I could see things. This is why I was, for example, afraid, because I could see things, you know, which scare you when you're a child, because you don't know what to do with it. So, and I would say that one moment I lost the way, probably after moving actually to Germany. And then I got in my hands the Huna book, and I started to do some exercises. So I started to go back to the work with energy, but not enough. So I got very sick. I couldn't walk. They told me that I will not walk. I will be in wheelchair with 28 about. So genetical illness, inflammation, and I tried to, you know, to find a different methods as just to have a cortisone in the joints, and I I got initiation in Reiki, and my grandmaster was telling me, well, this is how you was pushed to start the work what you have to do. This was my starting the healing process with processing everything what was happening in the family, Reiki, and then I found the Hawaiian bodywork, and this was amazing. I could cry, basically. I cry, so because it was the healing for me. Sorry, it's still kind of unbelievable because the illness was so that you could prove this in the blood, and I went to doctor and she said impossible, this was changing, so I don't have it. But there is something, you know, that my body or the certain part is like a barometer. So if something is in my life confusing or not in harmony, or is really, I don't know, like not good, something is not good, something what I should see, my body will tell me. I get immediately certain pain and I have to go into it and to talk to it. And then it's like, okay, there I am, this I have to do, this I have to process, this I can understand in myself. This is what is about, this also listening. Listening, our body is, this is so intelligent, so magical. We want to be light. We want to be extraordinary spiritual without taking in consideration our body. But we are here humans. So we have the body. This have a lot of informations. Our bones are carrying a lot of information. And would be wonderful if we could learn really to listen to it and connect it to our heart, because our brain is very tricky. And if we can go really deep here and not being afraid of listen to this, what this is telling you, if our brain would not be afraid, our conscious, to connect to it, I am really certain about that our life and the world would be so different. There's so much fear that we lose something. There's nothing what we can lose, because anyway we will go away from here.
So you have go through a lot.
Oh yes,
and
I did.
Your guidance is your heart.
Yeah.
I would like to hear more about that. How you then started to more and more follow your heart.
Well, you know, I think it's when you experience change in yourself, and when you experience the feeling of purest connection to the source, or, you know, for some people to the God, whatever we call it, you can't go away anymore from this. You have to follow. And of course, this is not something that I am always in, you know, in a bliss and not having human reactions. But the following the heart for me is like always going back to this place. I call this like being on the ocean. You know, I'm on the catamaran on the ocean, and I'm there in very endless peaceful place. This is how I'm following my heart. So I have to go there to be able to see from there, or to feel, or to sense everything what is surrounding me, what is around me. And then I know where to go. This is how I am doing this. I know that, you know, everybody has a different way. This is my way. So, and I have experienced this few times, this very strong connection to the source. So it's kind of, it's really going through your all cells. And when we can understand things what we can feel. So, and I could feel it. So I can kind of go back to it, because my body could feel this, my old cells, this is beyond the conscious level. So, and then, because there is a memory of it now in my body, I can go back to this. But I'm not perfect, you know. Mm. Of course, it's not something that every moment in my life I am following through my heart. My mind is very strong. I'm very analytic. So I can analyze and, you know, overanalyze and forgetting, oh, go back there. So, and then come moment, okay, go back there.
Yeah.
Not only this.
Yeah, but we have possibilities to follow our heart and listen to that.
I think is for us, for human, is the place is specific. So if we want to listen to the heart, it's good to be also conscious about this place. And this is for us like a symbol. So because I feel that, you know, being open-hearted and is just being in a connection. But it is easier if we if we place this in our body. So if we touch here and focus on this place and listen to it, this is how we can do it. And then when this open, you don't need even place your hands because you are there. I mean, we are born with this. We are born with listening to our heart. This is only our experience, our, cultural constructs which are changing this, that we are forgetting. This is what this is doing. But we are born so innocent. When you look on watching the babies, the kids when they are growing, they are changing first with our influence, from the influence from outside. They are first just them, smiling, crying, being. So we need to go back to the beingness.
And it's quite nice and great that you are working with subjects around the heart and connection.
Because this is, basically, if we are able to remove, to change, to transform the blockages, the pains, the traumas, this is opening the heart. Of course, because this heaviness, this everything what makes you to squeeze is removed. So it's easier to find a way for each person, because you start to see things differently, you start to feel things differently. They are no more the same. This is sometimes confusing, in processes we might lose friends, we might have confusions in family, because we start to be more aware where we are, what is it, what was happening. We disagree because we start to feel more from inside, and this is okay. And when we change in ourselves, in some way, always this is changing around. And from the lineage of my work, Abraham Kawai, which he died in year 2004, he said, when we change something, one pattern in one level, or something in one level, it is changing in all another levels. Nothing stays the same. So whatever we do for ourselves and process, we are changing for ourselves on all levels. But then this means that we are changing also around, because we have changed. We cannot change anybody else, only ourselves. So, and this acceptance of this we need in our life. Yes. So I love my work.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes we just don't see the door, and then you can show the door. But going through the door, everybody needs to do by themselves.
This is very nice conversation, and we should continue. And we would have quite many subjects, but maybe we take another round yet sometime after a year or so.
Yes.
But now, some ending things to this.
To this, I would say to everybody, don't be afraid to feel with the heart and to open. And yes, and if somebody feels to come to Enigma Temple, welcome. And I do what I can to support, to make a safe space, because this is needed for any process what we have.
Thank you.